Dancin Pete's Tip of the Week, brought to you by Complimentary Horsemanship. All right, our horsemanship tip of the week is foot prep. So prepping your horses for the farrier. So when I'm prepping a horse for the farrier, and since we were talking about the farrier school in Ireland,
it's a good fit.
A good fit. So when you're prepping, I always say take your time, ask for the foot to come up, and not always catch it. Just let it go back down and then get them to pick it up on their own. And then you catch it, hold it for a little while, set it down, go to another foot, pick it up. And I call that around the world.
Going around the world.
Going around the world. So you do one foot, do a little bit while they're still okay, set it down. Go to the next foot, do a little bit, they're still okay. But if they start trying to fight you a little bit, just go with them. As soon as they relax for a second, set it back down. So then they go, oh, if I relax, everything goes away. If they take the foot from you, don't make a big deal. Just pick it back up. No big deal. But getting your young horses or even your old horses to get better for prep for the farrier, because it's not the farrier job to prep your horse for the farrier. And I agree with that. And that's why I learned how to be a farrier, because I had farriers once I prepped a horse that went in there and go, hey, you need to pick up your foot, and acted like they knew what they were doing. And he says, well, I'm not a trainer. And I said, well, you're either maintaining what I've put in for this horse, you're making it better, or you're making it worse. So you are training him. You're not training him to pick his feet up. You're training him to maintain what he's been taught. So I totally agree that you guys need to take responsibility for feet picking up, but farriers need to also realize they need to maintain that. So if they're making it worse, they're training the horse, and then what happens? The owner gets blamed. I come in and I go and I pick it up, and all of a sudden I go, yeah, you got a farrier problem, not a foot picking up problem. So,
and there's a very famous expression that's been around for probably centuries: no foot, no horse. And that's so true.
And to defend the farrier part, it's not fun getting thrown around or kicked. No. And I actually saw a video on Facebook where a guy gets kicked in the hand on a mare and breaks his arm. And it was like lightning fast. So that's not prepping.
Listen, I don't want to bring up a sad situation, but you know, the farriers who've been killed.
Yes, ma'am.
By dangerous horses. I can even remember back in the day when a horse pulled back and threw his head up in the air and pulled actually a concrete wall down on a gentleman. So very, very sad.
And I prefer not to have a horse tied.
Yes, I would agree there.
Because if a wreck happens, I want a horse to be able to get out without any problems.
Yes.